One of Walt Disney's personal favorite attractions still operates to this day, the Carousel of Progress. To understand this classic Disney favorite, we have to go back to the early plans for Disneyland. Walt Disney had always wanted to showcase the technological progress of the American home and developed Edison Square in the 1950s. Edison Square was to be an entire land at Disneyland and would have basically been a long, walk-through attraction consisting of 4 parts. The American home before electricity, the American home at the advent of electricity, contemporary living, and life with electronics. Edison Square would have sat between Main Street and Tomorrowland, but for reasons that are largely unclear, it was never built. The Edison Square concept eventually became Progress Land. Progress Land was a rotating theater attraction sponsored by General Electric at the 1964 and 65 New York World's Fair. Guests would sit in one of 6 theaters that all rotated around a circular center section consisting of 4 different animatronic performances, all happening at the same time. After each 4-minute performance, some guests would enjoy the next performance, some guests would leave, and others would enter. This design was ingenious. It allowed for a large number of audience members and was constantly rotating people in and out of the experience without the need for long wait times. The 4 performances of Progress Land were musical numbers performed by animatronic figures, and were based on the 4 sections of Edison Square. The show was hosted by a family that remained the same through the performances, reflecting on the advancements in technology with each new setting. Walt Disney hired popular Disney songwriters Richard and Robert Sherman to write the attraction's theme song. Its catchy and positive tone reflected its main progress-focused lyrics.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away.
Walt saw Progress Land's true potential as a Tomorrowland attraction at Disneyland, which opened less than a year after his death in 1967 as the Carousel of Progress. Walt never got to see it, but it became a Disney favorite. Once audience members exited their theaters, they would head upstairs to watch a post-show called Progress City. Progress City featured a large future city model that was based on Walt Disney's early designs for Epcot. By the 1970s, the attraction started to fall out of popularity. General Electric, who was still a sponsor of the ride, felt that most of the audience members were repeat visitors from Southern California and asked Disney to relocate the ride to the Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World. It reopened there in 1975. Progress City wasn't made a part of the attraction in Florida, but a portion of the city model was relocated to a viewing platform which can be seen to this day from the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover in the Magic Kingdom. A new attraction called America Sings filled the theater in Anaheim once the Carousel of Progress moved out. America Sings was an attraction dedicated to American music that featured performances based on the Deep South, the Old West, the gay 90s, and the 20th century. The ride opened on June 29, 1974. Just 9 days after the opening of America Sings, the attraction became host to one of Disney's most unfortunate and gruesome deaths. 18-year-old Debbie Gale Stone became a ride operator on America Sings shortly after graduating high school. Nobody is exactly sure what happened, but at around 10:30 p.m., audience members heard screams coming from an adjacent theater. Those screams came from Debbie Gale Stone, who was somehow crushed between a stationary and moving wall as the theater rotated. Hard facts about this incident are hard to find, but Debbie died at around 11 p.m. after being found by co-workers. She became the first Disney employee to die at Disneyland. Disney modified America Sings to include warning lights and breakaway walls to prevent such an accident from occurring again. America Sings closed in 1988 and the theater later became Innoventions. But what happened to all the animatronic figures? Well, most of them went to Splash Mountain, which opened about a year later. But a few others lost their skin and wound up in the queue for Star Tours as droids and robots. The Carousel of Progress still operates largely unchanged at the Magic Kingdom, making it the longest running and most performed stage show in American theater history. General Electric stopped sponsoring the attraction in 1985, but several of their logos could still be seen within the attraction, a direct tie back to Progress Land at the 1964 and 65 World's Fair and Walt Disney himself. So, what do you think? Do you like the Carousel of Progress? Did you have a chance to ride America Sings and did you like it? What about Innoventions? And would you have preferred Edison Square to the Carousel of Progress? Discuss in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode of Disney Declassified. If you enjoyed this episode of Disney Declassified, a like and subscription would help a lot. We're a new channel and we really need your support to help make future episodes. Plus, subscribing will keep you notified of future episodes as soon as they come out. Thanks a lot and we'll see you next time.